She needs a good night's sleep. Damn! Slightly missed that. And I've just sold all my freaking mana. Oh no, I think I get 3 back. Or the next best thing, a combination of mana and stamina will rejuvenate her mind and body. I was very close though. Sell Pep, how's it going? Sylvia, pull up a fishing rod, we've got to replenish the provisions. Let us avail ourselves of the ocean's bounty and one another's company. At the pirate's direction, Sylvia baits her hook with a writhing mirthworm. Its toothy grin is unnerving. They cast their lines and soon Salt is singing. Oh, I wish for a fish. And I wish for a dish of that fish. The minutes crawl by, nothing bites. I wonder if we'd have more luck if we were quiet or used more appetizing bait. Oh, we're just the decoys. We're supposed to be super conspicuous. That way the fish swim away from us right into the fish blasting zone off the side of the boat. As the saying goes, you catch more fish with cannons. There's an explosion nearby, followed by a great splash of water. The pirates assembled on the ship's deck howl in triumph. Huzzah! Salt, now might be a good time to have the talk. Yeah, alright. Sylvia, there's something we got to discuss. You know all that, hey, you're a blood brother, welcome to the family stuff? Might have gotten ahead of ourselves. Wow, so much for family is forever, I guess. You're still a blood brother, Sylvia. Yeah, we aren't dropping you off the orphanage or anything. In fact, hold up, I started off on the wrong paw. You need to have us a parlay. In other words, let's clear our heads and start over. Mental parlay. Discard 3 random cards. 0 cost. Also, that was adorable art. Consider it done. Now, what did you want to talk about? It ain't really no big deal. Just had some of the crew point out that you can't be a real pirate if you've never made an offering to the big guy. The big guy? You know, the pious Piscine, the saltwater saviour. He's he of the many scales and no fingers. The great Katuna. All hail the great Katuna. The great Katuna is a pirate deity, I take it? The one and only. From his tread far below, he watches all that transpires upon the ocean's surface. When he is pleased, our ships can come and go without any hassle. But when he's displeased, look out. Storms, tidal waves, primordial horrors, newly wakened and crazed with hunger. And once I got a splinter. Salt is adorable. I just want to give her a big hug. Best way to stay on Katuna's good side is by making an offering. Big guy likes his cut of the booty, if you know what I mean. Keep it clean? No, not now, Sylvia. Okay, so you throw stuff overboard, like seashells, wine, and mutton? More like cold hard cash, Sylvia, or the equivalent of precious goods. In your case, a couple of fancy potions would do the trick. Obviously neither of those. Whatever it takes. If I need to make an offering, then so be it. Well, that's what we like to hear. In fact, since you got so much money to spare, maybe I kick a little my way too. That's bordering on sacrilege, Salt. Katuna doesn't mind a little entrepreneurial spirit. Anyway, we'll give you some time to get your offering together. Trust me, it'll be worth it. Get in the Deepwater deity's good graces, and it'll be smooth sailing from here on out. If I want to run with them, I've got to make a sacrifice. Yeah, it's absolutely nothing. Tolerance and radiation. I'm very glad I kept 3 of the tolerance left. They've asked for a monetary sacrifice to their pirate deity. A tolerance and radiation are as good as gold. Yeah, I suppose they are top tier potions. Roxanne. I believe she is now the only one whose potions I do not know. All set for a study session? I got the flashcards. And I've got the snacks, although I'm afraid you'll have to sign a waiver first. Some of these snack peppers are hot enough to scald your tongue. Yeah, I might just stick with pretzels. Flashcards in hand, Sylvia begins quizzing Roxanne on the finer points of business administration. She gets more answers wrong than she gets right. And rather than accepting that, she tends to argue. As if the wrong answer can be made right if she just disagrees passionately enough. In true D&D style. This is pointless. You'll get the hang of it. No, I mean there's no point in doing this. I already know I'm going to ace this exam, there's no doubt about that. Mwahaha! Well, that's a bit ominous. I've had enough, Sylvia. For too long I've languished on the surface world, shackled by the rules of polite society. Now at last I have the upper hand. I forgot how much you enjoy playing the villain. It's positively thrilling. But I'm not just role-playing here, I've got gossip. Hot, juicy, damaging gossip. The sort of person might pay to make go away. Wait, you're talking about blackmail. Is this about my snoring? Because I'm not that embarrassed. Dear thing, no, I wouldn't dream of fleecing you. I mean, what would I even get out of you? Loose change and pocket lint? Actually, I'm sitting on like $500,000 right now. You're what? Ha ha. Listen, I don't go looking for trouble, not this time. But I was naturally curious about the identity of the man who will be proctoring my exam. I thought I'd wear his favourite perfume, perhaps, or the colours of his favourite sports team. Just a little something to nudge his perception of me in a positive direction. I'm not sure that would help with a totally objective multiple-choice test, but okay. Imagine my surprise, however, when I realised I recognised the man. I'd seen him once before. Among the revellers at a pirate jamboree. He must have made quite an impression. You could say that. He was thrown overboard midway through the party, in fact, after he was caught pouring through a litter box. Some people claimed he'd simply dropped his keys, others believed he was deep in his cups and looking for buried doubloons. The outcome was the same. His actions were declared an irredeemable party foul, and he was forced to walk the plank before he could stink up the place. I photoglyphed the whole thing, and I can't imagine he'd want those images to be posted anywhere. All this to say, I have a trump card, and now I have to decide whether to use it. No, she's better than this. Definitely don't lean into this, yeah. You're better than this, Roxanne. Blackmail is cheating. And you're brilliant, so why resort to cheating? Well, the flattery is welcome. As for the moralizing, curse it. Curse it. If I'm honest, I was hoping you'd hate this plan. Lately I've grown increasingly uncomfortable with shortcuts. That's due in no small part to your influence. More than once when faced with a moral conundrum, I found myself asking, is it going to be WWSD? What would Sylvia think? Damn. Sounds like you're developing a conscience. You know the right thing to do. It's just easier for you to do it when you can blame it on me. A conscience and a psychoanalyst all in one, eh? You're a perfectly rotten influence, Sylvia. And by that you mean I'm a good influence. Call it what you like, it's aggravating. You have such an innocent demeanour, but you certainly know how to deploy your charm to get what you want. Turn that magnetic sway onto your customers, I think you'll like the results. Magnetism. Ooh. Increase. Apply charm for 2 turns instead of... I've got a previous one that's for 1, and raise interest. Thanks. Now, should we get back to studying? Perhaps later. I have some machinations to ponder. And it's much easier to be wicked when you're not around. She's struggling to walk the straight and narrow. Find a way to show support for her new lease on life. A curse and a radiation, sure. Roxanne has a bright future, and if she can resist her wicked impulses, a curse cure and a radiation tonic will allow her to travel far and wide. Weird, but okay. So that should be everyone, right? So I think this is Baptiste 10? Sylvia, it was so kind of you to donate those potions. I'm including them as prizes in the part of a new Hero of the Month program. And if that goes over well, I'll be buying more from you for future months. I guess it pays to be generous. Well, it certainly got me thinking about how it would be nice to have that sort of control over my own business dealings. You didn't have to ask anyone's permission to make a donation. You didn't have to justify your decision to your stockholders. Well, Oswald did give me some sour looks, but I think he gets it. Oh my god, I called it! Oh my god, I get this game and this game gets me. I love it. But hey, a Hero of the Month program sounds like a good way to boost morale. Oh, that's the barest tip of the iceberg. I'm making some changes around here, big ones. You see, I realised something. In all our discussions about how we might make this organisation better for the heroes, I was towing the company line. Even when my heart was with the heroes, my head was caught up in a certain way of thinking. An old way of thinking. It's the old ways that are broken. We need new ideas, new paradigms. Hence the big changes you mentioned? That's right. And those big changes start with the dissolution of the guild. Dissolution? You heard me. Effective immediately. The Heroes Guild is no more. And in its place shall rise the Heroes Guild. I think you're gonna have some copyright issues there. We know copyright's a thing in this world, and that is, like, almost the definition of designed to be confusing. I just realised that it's probably confusing without seeing it spelled out, but there's an apostrophe now. Still confusing. At its heart, it's a simple idea. Rafters Heroes Guild has always been part of a larger organisation, a franchise beholden to the main chapter back home. But this particular chapter is a risky venture by modern standards. The guilds of the mainland are a well-oiled mechanism. Out here, everything is less predictable and more dangerous. So my family feels they've put more into Rafters Guild than they've gotten out of it. They've gone so far as to call it a money pit. And it's not even like the money pit we had when I was growing up. That was more like Scrooge McDuck, where all of the coins were made of something soft, like tiny gold cushions. So I offered to take it off their hands. And now you're in charge? Yes. And no. I'm writing a new charter, one that will transform our little clubhouse into a non-profit operation. The value that the heroes generate will be funneled back into the organisation and into their own pockets. As for the question of who's in charge, if I learned anything in recent days, it's the limits of my own perspective. We'll be holding elections soon to determine who will join me on a leadership council. This is a really, really cool outcome. Like, I didn't see this coming at all, and it's such a good idea. By electing and empowering representatives from their own ranks and establishing a system of checks and balances, the heroes can rest assured that their own personal blind spots won't become systemic blind spots capable of impeding the organisation as a whole. Wow, it actually sounds like you did it. You solved all the guild's problems. Well, not all our problems. My charm bars are still draft eye, and the lack of natural light in the morning is just abysmal. Still, I'm surprised your family agreed to this. Even if the guild isn't as lucrative as they'd hoped, it's obviously generating revenue. And as unique as Rafter is, there's potential for this chapter to be massively profitable down the line. The truth is, they didn't just hand it over. They are business folk after all. But I was able to convince them that the guild's prospective earnings were somewhat less than the value of my inheritance. Wow. Wow. So I'm officially out of the will and my monthly stipend is a thing of the past. You mean, you're broke now? For the time being, but I still think I came out ahead in this negotiation. This guild is going places, Sylvia, and I and my heroes now stand to benefit directly from the hard work we put into it. Plus, my mother still intends to send regular care packages, so my hair care regime at least will not suffer in the meantime. Well, I feel good about this, Sylvia. It's the start of a whole new way of doing things. A heroes guild that is for the heroes and by the heroes. Hence the apostrophe. Exactly, you see, it's not just a flashy change. But that's enough shop talk, surely. Come, let's make the most of our time. Baptiste leads Sylvia down to the water, where they once again have a view of the Kraken skull. He considers it quietly, thoughtfully, as if it were artwork in a museum. Artwork he was sure held some obscure secret significance. Ah, that skull does loom large, doesn't it? As monuments go, it's a little morbid. But it's a good reminder of where we've been, and of what awaits us at the end. I'm happy about that. Between those points, our two paths converged. Your friendship has been a guiding light in my life of late. Truly, I'd been stumbling in the dark. You helped me make sense of my new surroundings, and you helped me refine my purpose. You helped me too. It's good of you to say so, and I trust our partnership shall continue to thrive in the years to come. You know, now that I think about it, you're quite fearless, Sylvia, cool under pressure, and honourable too. The Heroes Guild could use a recruit like you. You must be joking. Ha, you know me well, and I'm glad that you do. Thanks ever so much for being that rarest of creatures, a true friend. That's quite sweet. Silver tongue. Removal customer buffs, not bad. Yay! That one felt really good. Like, that is probably the most triumphant of all of them, and I didn't see it coming. I thought it was going to be, they've agreed to a meeting, and now I'll be going there to talk about our issues, and we're going to make some real changes, I hope. But no, this was so much better than that. Robin is playing for keeps, but so are we. 10 grand. Not much. Day 48. 2 days left. Wreaking havoc. Good aroma has less impact. The end is nigh. Will you be ready for your showdown? Tell me you will be. Tell me.
I will be.
Tell me.
I will be.
I've got some dowsing enhancer, which I might not actually need. And the second load of seeking enhancers, in case I want to have a challenge. Why can I not turn that in? Do I not have a mana potion? Thought I did. Yeah, I do. So what am I missing? Stamina? Because it's only £1,000. Damn, I thought that was the icon for a masterwork. I was certain that was a bloody masterwork. What's a... I see. They look very similar. Alright, well, I'm going to have to very quickly brew up a stamina potion then. And I can have that done in a single time slot just in case I need that today. But let's send tolerance and radiation to salt and pepper. And a curse, actually. And a curse and a radiation to Roxanne. I have got 6 10 rank people, and that means 4 who are not. So there is, let's see, Quinn has shrugged off disappointment and learned to let a little light into their life, thanks in part to their bond with Sylvia. Luna has sought Sylvia's advice regarding an opportunity to expand her business, but the final decision is Luna's alone. As she considers whether to blackmail her way to success, Roxanne relies on Sylvia for study sessions and moral debates. Sylvia has been initiated into the final piratical secret, and now the pirate deity awaits her sacrifice. Encouraged by his friendship with Sylvia, Baptiste has set ego aside to bring compassionate reform to the Heroes Guild. But that means everybody's at rank 9 now. So that's 4 things I need to do. So theoretically I could be done today, maybe not if I need to come back and get this one. Possibly. Salt and pepper. Give them mana. Damn. Oh, that's not unlocked. I might have to hang out with them. Roxanne's is there without having to gift anything, so that's handy. Zid. Oh, Zid. Not here for anything in particular. I mean, I'd love to hang out with you. I'd love to have like a jam session, but I don't have time. I'll come back later for a private jam session.
A private jam session. Keep it clean, Sil. We're in public. Not for long.
Oh no, Corsac's not there either. Have some mana. Yes! Okay, so he and Roxanne are ready to complete today. And then that just leaves Luna, who might not be ready, and Salt and Pepper, who are not ready. So I'm gonna have to hang out with Salt and Pepper, but I'm gonna have to gamble. I've got today and tomorrow. Alright, is it a better idea? So I've got how many time slots? 12 minus the 2 for travel. So I've got 10 time slots in the next 2 days. I need to talk to 4 people, so 6 time slots spare. And I need to max these 2. So what might be an option, and I'm cutting it bloody fine, is to do a prank Quinn. Is to prank Quinn, which will take a 3 time slot thing, giving me time to then do like 1 rank up with someone else today, maybe 2 rank ups today, and then go back, and then tomorrow I give Luna the potion, and then hopefully these guys are unlocked, and I'm really hoping Luna's unlocked. I've been giving her diamond stuff for ages, so she should be maxed out. It's just these guys, because I think Ori is apparently their favourite, so I've been giving them fish. So it's like their non-favourite, and it's another one of those things that's just not explained properly. Right, I've got to save, so I'm gonna try.
That meddlesome merchant's in trouble now.
Salt warns Sylvia to plug her ears, then the quartermaster directs the crew to aim their cannons at Quinn and fire. In the distance, Quinn startles from sleep and stirs her broom around the incoming projectiles. Sylvia can't hear what Quinn is shouting, but she can make out their obscene gestures clear as day. Alright, so technically this is less of a prank and more an act of war. But what's the difference? It's still flipping hilarious. I mean, I don't want to say that that seems deserved, but I've got the rank up. Yeah, then that means the only unknown is whether I've got Luna there, which I think I have. Let's finish Salt and Pepper. You know, I'm wishing we had some sort of secret handshake. Although you don't have a tail, so that sort of limits what we could do.
Don't feel bad, Sylvia. I knew a pirate once who lost his tail in battle and he got along just fine. Until he lost his balance and fell overboard.
Thanks, Pepper. I'll be extra careful.
The potions you set aside look legit. You ready to do this?
Don't ask. Let's just get it over with before I lose my nerve.
Yeah, I know. You're skittish as a kitten. It's part of your charm, I guess. But this won't hurt none, I promise. Salt and Pepper creep to the very edge of the dock. Sylvia follows, peering into the glistening water. If anything lurks beneath the surface, it remains out of sight. Here we are, as close as a landlubber can get to the great god of the sea. Oh, great Katuna, we got offerings, large one.
Salt, hold on. You're a good sport, Sylvia, but I know this isn't easy for you.
It's a little hard to wrap my head around. I mean, I worked so hard on those potions.
You literally poured one out onto the ground to make Saffron feel better. You dumped one into the sea. Oh no, he dumped one into the sea. Yeah, this is nothing. You are swimming in potions, and you could literally swim in potions and you'd still have all the money in the world.
Are you really working for the gold, though, or what the gold represents? Money is precious, but only because people decided that it would be. It has no intrinsic value. You can't eat it, you can't love it. Not without making a mess.
Keep it clean, Pepper.
And there's so much in this world that does have intrinsic value. Real, true worth.
Like jewellery.
No, Salt, you know what I mean. I mean friendship. A dry spot in the sun to lay your head. A beating heart and working lungs. Money can help with some of that, but only so much. And this is our way of showing the world what we really care about. Here we draw a line in the sand and we say, we do not desire wealth for the sake of wealth. We desire family, health, laughter, and love. We ask humbly to receive all the wonders we cannot buy. They are the blessings that Katuna may bring us if he deems us worthy.
I don't know about all that. I just throw valuables in the water because it keeps hurricanes away. Everyone knows that. It's science. Alright, I'm convinced. Not about the hurricane thing, obviously. I mean the other stuff.
She holds her potions in her hands. They're good potions, and she's good at selling them. What are these two concoctions? They're not. You paid off the debt. I'm carrying like 600 grand right now. Too late to back out. Something in Pepper's words rings true. Perhaps this small act of defiance will show the universe what really matters. Hey, nice throw, Sylvia. You got a good arc on that. And the splash.
Katuna will be pleased.
Yeah, he will. I got a feeling you got good stuff coming your way, Sylvia. Starting now, in fact. I talked it over with Pepper and, well... Geez, I don't know how to say this without sounding stupid. Pepper, help me out.
Sylvia, would you like to pet us? Because we would like that.
Boy, would I. Come here, you crazy cats.
That's kind of cute. Bit smidge weird, but
Raise interest by 7 for every card played prior to this one on the current turn. That is amazing for my build. Wow. Max relationship. Achievement, peas in a pod, which I believe is for getting 7.